Welcome to JSS Matriculation School Talavadi Social Class. Today I go to explain you Geography lesson number 2, Weather and Climate. Continue part. In the past class I explained weather, climate, temperature and rainfall. Today I go to explain you air pressure. The weight of the air above a given area on the earth's surface is called atmospheric pressure or air pressure. The air pressure is measured by barometer. So what are the pictures I shown in the right side? That's one, barometer. The standard air pressure at sea level is 1013.25 MB. At the earth's surface of the pressure is 1.03 kg per square centimeter. The variations in standard atmospheric pressure is found both horizontally and vertically. Based on the level of pressure, it is categorized into low pressure and high pressure. Low pressure area is an area in the atmosphere where the pressure is lower than its surrounding areas. In this situation, the wind from the surrounding blow towards the center of the low pressure. High pressure is an area of atmosphere where the barometric pressure is higher than its surrounding areas. In this case, the wind from the center of the high pressure blows towards the surrounding low pressure areas. The low pressure system is marked as L on weather map, whereas the high pressure system is marked as H. Low pressure system are also called a depression and cyclone. High pressure system is called anticyclones. Low pressure leads to cloudiness, wind and precipitations. High pressure leads to flare on calm weather. Isobar is used to show the distribution of air pressure. Do you know highest pressure ever recorded in the highest ever air pressure at sea level was recorded at Agata, Russia on 31st December 1968. The pressure was 1083.8 MB. Lowest pressure ever recorded, the lowest pressure of 870 MB was recorded Typhoon Tip near Guam, Marina Island in Pacific Ocean on 12th October 1979. Humans are not sensitive to small variation in the air pressure, but the small variation in pressure that do not exceed largely determine the wind and storm patterns of the earth. The distribution of atmospheric pressure is controlled by altitude, atmospheric temperature, air circulation, earth rotation, water vapor, atmospheric storms, etc. Measuring air pressure. Meteorologists used barometer or aneroid barometer to measure the air pressure. Barometers are used for recording continuous variation in atmospheric pressure. Why do you ears pop in aeroplanes? Do you know? As you go up in the airplane, the atmospheric pressure becomes lower than the pressure of the air inside our ears. Your ears pop because they are trying to equalize or match the pressure. The same thing happen when the plane is on the way down and your ears have to adjust to the higher atmospheric pressure. It means when we want to go to travel in our near dimbum, that's also will be happen. The next is humidity. Humidity refers to the degree of water vapor present in the atmospheric in gaseous form in particular time and place. It ranges from 0 to 5% by volume in atmosphere. Climatically, it is an important constituent of the atmosphere and its quantity depends on the level of temperature. So the level of humidity decreases towards pole from equator. Humidity is expressed in different waves. Specific humidity is a ratio of the water vapor content of the mixture to the total air content on a mass basis. It is expressed in grams of vapor per kilogram of air. Absolute humidity is the mass or weight of water vapor present per unit volume of air. We are called that. It is expressed usually in grams per cubic meter of air. Next, relative humidity is a ratio between the actual amount of water vapor present in the air and the maximum amount of water vapor it can hold at a given temperature. It is expressed as a percentage. Generally, warm air holds more water vapor than the cold air. When relative humidity reaches 100%, the air gets scattered. In this condition, the temperature is said to be a dew point. Further, cooling will condense the water vapor into the clouds and rains. Relative humidity affects the human health and comfortness. Very high and very low humidity are injurious to health. It is also affects the stability of different objects, buildings and electrical appliances. The next is measurement of humidity. Hygrometer is used to measure the humidity, which comprise wet and dry bulb plate side by side and the Stevenson screens will be elected. Do you know? With decreasing air pressure, the availability of oxygen to breathe also decreases. At very high altitudes, atmospheric pressure and available oxygen gets so low that people can become sick and even die. Mountain climbers use bottled oxygen when they ascend very high peaks. They also take time to get used to the altitude, as the quick move from high pressure to low pressure can cause decompression sickness. Aircraft creates artificially pressure in the cabin, which makes the passenger remain comfortable while flying. The next is wind. The horizontal movement of air is called wind. Vertical movement of the air is said as air current. The wind moves from high pressure to low pressure area. Unlike other elements, a wind is made up of a series of gusts and eddies which can only be felt and not seen. Winds get their name from the direction from which they blow. That example, wind blows from southwest is called southwest winds. The wind system are broadly categorized into three as follows: planetary winds, seasonal winds, and local winds. First, we are going to learn about planetary winds, are the ones which blow almost in the same direction throughout the year. That's we call planetary winds. So they are called as permanent or planetary winds. Trade winds, westerlies and polar easterlies are types of prevailing winds. The next is seasonal winds, are those which change their direction according to season in a year. They are called as monsoon winds. These winds blow from sea to land during summer and land to sea during winter. Next, local winds are the winds blow over a small area only during a particular time of a day or a short period of a year. Land and sea breezes are example of these winds. The Beaufort scale is the scale for measuring wind speed. It is based on observation rather than accurate measurement. It is the most widely used system to measure wind speed today. The scale was developed in 1805 by Francis Beaufort, an officer of the Royal Navy, and first official used by HMS Beagle. Do you know? Al-Balaki, an Arab geographer, collect the climate data from the Arab travelers and prepared a first climatic atlas of the world, measuring wind direction and speed. Meteorologists measure wind direction using wind vane or weathercock. Wind speed is measured by anometer. What are the picture I have to shown in your right side of the slide? That is, wind roses is a diagram used to depict of direction and periods of prevailing winds on a map. Meteorograph or triple register is an instrument which records the wind speed and direction, sunshine and precipitation. It also provides graphic representations. Do you know? Brazil has a large area where the average wind speed is low. Gabon, Congo, and DR Congo in Africa, Sumatra, Indonesia, and Malaysia are the least windy places on earth. Thank you to watching my class.